period. There's an extra period.
And curse a bit more.
I got it. I did it. Okay.
Dude, this graphic is so good. I can't handle it.
It takes so long to publish to YouTube. That's fantastic. All right, we should be live. We're going to see it kick on Twitch in maybe 10 seconds. Right now, everybody sees a beautiful screen that I set up. All right, we got some music playing. Okay, I'm feeling it. Come on, Twitch. Oh, that's because I'm not on Wi-Fi.
I like the background here.
It's cool, right? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Is it live on Twitch? Yeah. All right. Okay. I am tentatively excited. All right, we got no viewers. We're going to give them a little bit. We got a few minutes. That would be heinous if I did all this work.
Just
nobody
comes.
shows up. I'm going to announce on the forums real quick. I hate doing anything because I don't want anything to break.
What Arlena used to do was she'd actually send in-game mail 15 minutes in advance to tell everybody that there was going to be a stream in a half hour or 15 minutes or whatnot.
Maybe I can do that right now. Hey everybody, come to Twitch right now. Still no viewers, I'm seeing.
I see someone.
Oh, yeah, they can hear us. Well, that's weird. My little buddy here is saying we don't have any viewers. Hey, come to Twitch right now. Yep. Now it's updated.
I wonder how much of Approaching Nirvana's career was influenced by the existence of a similarly named band.
Hi everybody in chat. You can hear us. We're still waiting. We're gonna wax philosophic about the career of grunge American band Nirvana. So you can listen to us have some break room chat while you wait for us. Guys, everybody in chat, aren't you pretty pumped about what you're seeing on screen? I did that! And by I did that, I mean I downloaded a template and I got our logo up in there, so...
It looks awesome. Great work.
Thank you. Does everybody hear the music? This music I wrote in my free time. Just having fun writing music. I know 17 instruments. By know them, I mean I can name them. Alright, everybody's here. Still showing up. How many viewers do we have? I wish this... Oh, 28. Not great, everybody. More would be better. There's 28 people looking in my window right now in my city that I live in.
It's up to 110.
Oh, man, this is just... Oh, there it is. What's Pixel up to these days? I don't know. I don't know who Pixel is.
She was our previous community manager.
Previous like that? Are we...
Moons ago.
Your great grand manager.
There you go.
My great grand manager, who did community management during World War II. Live streamed the invasion of Normandy.
They just have a camera and miles and miles and miles of electrical cord.
Ooh, 1785 says 122 viewers on my end, and I'm just wondering why you got a tattoo on your end of 122 viewers. That's a joke. Put it in the bank. That was a pun.
Nice. How much did the bank pay you in joke bucks for that one?
In joke bucks?
Yeah,
$1 million.
Joke bucks
1
was
million
that worth?
joke bucks.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's joke buck rich.
That bank's got low standard.
Low standard.
Or a lot of joke bucks.
Lots of joke bucks. All right, 1785 has not responded yet, so I'm wondering if that joke has gone through. All right, let's stop talking about Pixel. I'm getting jealous, chat. Nobody cares about Pixel. All right, if I hear it again, you're all banned. That was RDM who said that, so... Wow. Okay, I think we're about ready to start. I kind of want to give people a little more time. Now we're going to go ahead and start. All right, here we go. We're starting now. We're going to run to our Just Talk. Oh, what? Oh, no! No! It broke. I knew it would happen. Hold on. Hold the phone. All right, we should be good now. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Yeah, Ducks, you're banned. Stop talking about Pixel. All right, let's see if this updates here in a second. Please show my face. I knew I shouldn't have opened up forums. Oh, but the chat's working. Hi, everybody. We're going to be here soon, hopefully. I hate how long the thing takes. Okay. Everybody, give me 3 seconds. I'm going to try to fix it. Good gracious. Here we go. Yes, that's exactly what we want. Done. Why aren't you showing us? Everybody in chat, give us 2 more minutes.
Hey, Chad, at least we're not making the same mistakes over and over again. It means we're learning.
That's true. We're doing something totally different this time. Yes, this is exactly what I want. Done. I am so upset right now. It was working perfectly. All right, everybody, I'm going to at least show you the Souldance logo while I attempt to get our webcams back up and running.
Oh, that transition was so nice.
I know! This is the problem. It was working perfectly until I did one thing. Okay. All right, chat, give us a few seconds. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes.
How's chat liking the Drackle Pylon now that you've had some time to play with it? What do you think? Hot takes in the chat.
Unbelievable.
My experiences so far is you don't quite appreciate what is and isn't a beam tower until you get attacked by a pylon. Oh yeah, I guess that is a beam tower. Try to cast flash and just melt, and you're like, oh. I recently ran into an island that was 4 lightning towers and a pylon, and I had deflecting gale, and
yeah.
bad. I was died instantly. I casually put on my dodge spell and just evaporate. And you're like, oh yeah, I guess it isn't the same as an invincibility shield.
Yeah, I have a 4 lightning and pylon tower, and whenever Krelos is coming at me, I get to almost kill them instantly. It feels really good because a lot of players just hit that move instantly, hit the deflecting gale, and then it doesn't help.
You have to go super fast and try and fly over the island.
Pylon.
All right, I'm very close to being done. Very close. I hope I can. I wonder if I can do this in situ. Can I edit my scene while it's happening? Oh, oh no. Okay. Oh my god. All right, everybody, we got 2 more minutes left. Hold on a second. Very, very fun. All right, and then from the top, we're gonna do 50, 100. Done. Everybody, today we're talking about Souldance. Welcome to the stream. This is PG Galileo, RDM, and Lawson coming to you live from our individual bedrooms. That should work. All right, stream, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Fixing it. You can see our faces now. Going back here. We're going to add our window capture one more time, and then we should be good to go. All right. Everybody, you can see how the sausage is made. Hope you're very excited by it. And from the top, 100. And we're set. Okay. Well, it's not going to look as pretty as it did, but I'm going to go ahead and just call this a win for now. Okay, we're good to go. Let's get back. We're just talking right now. Everybody, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you can see us now. The most amazing platform that I had set up was ruined because I tried to do too much. I flew too close to the sun. like that. Who's the one that flew close to the sun?
Icarus.
Icarus, that's right. More like Icarus, yuck. Okay, today we're going to talk about Souldance. It's the season that is starting tomorrow. You've all seen it in the forums. If you're in chat, tell us if you like those hints and tips. I guess the treasure hunt threads. Because we're going to keep doing those. I hope it was useful. Sorry about the leak that happened earlier. That's a real big jerk who's trying to ruin it for everybody. Yeah. All right. So, just welcome to our new setup. It was supposed to be all ready for you when you got here, but we've got a lot of new things happening. We're pretty pumped. You got chat over here. You got the logos down there. You got all of us right here. You can see us all at once, which means we have to kind of be on our game the entire time, which means, Lawson, you can't go get a package for 15 minutes during the middle of our
time
broadcast.
Never live it down.
You'll never live it down. We can see chat in the side, so I can start saying hi to you people while you're talking. I'm not going to because I want to ignore all of you because that'll make you crave attention, and that's how you build like a good relationship. At least that's how my parents taught me. They just ignored me, so that's why I do this job, so I can get as much attention as possible. All right, you love the hints. Thanks, Dorky Chicken. Treasure Hunt threads are awesome. Day Dallas, thank you, Day, who's on the famous team We Die for Love. The best. We Die for Love, the best War Dragons Atlas team. Besides the Dreadnought, which is, of course, the company team. Just kidding! A lot of you guys didn't know that last time. It was a joke. We don't actually have anybody who plays on Dreadnought. I don't think anybody at War Dragons is even good enough to be on that team. So, I don't know. Okay, maybe some people are. All right, we die for Bond. That's Day Dallas's team. Go ahead and join it. We're a pirate team. Let's go ahead and get started. With us, we've got RDM and Lawson. RDM, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hello, I'm RDM. You might have seen me on the last stream. I'm a designer. And I did some Towies. I did some Draggies. I got all sorts of stuff for you guys.
He's got the filter.
Oh, he did a little thing, dude. All right, Lawson, who are you?
Hey, everybody. For those of you who don't know, I'm also a game designer. RDM and I work very closely together. I'm super excited because these dragons are actually most of RDM's doing. And I think they're super awesome. And really looking forward to talking with them about you guys today.
Oh, perfect. And I'm Galileo. I'm a centerfold from the 1940s. In case you haven't seen me yet. Okay, I'm going to stop playing with these. Today we're going to talk about Souldance, which is our newest season, and it is based on, obviously, Dios de Muertos. I hope I said that right. I don't speak Spanish super well. But here we go. Let's go ahead and pop on over. Okay, this is risky, guys. We're going to try something. We're going to pop over to the other screen, and we're going to see if it works. Everybody cross your fingers. Can everybody hear this beautiful music that I wrote? Okay, anyways, cross your fingers. Here we go. Oh, it worked! Yes! I am very excited. Okay, now so we're here. We're at the beginning. Now I'm going to see if I can actually scroll through these things. I'm going to have to switch screens, so this is going to be dangerous too. But let's get ready. I don't sound like a girl, Cashmere. Girls sound like me. That's how that works. That is a fancy transition. I coded it myself. I'm a polymath. I know all the things. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move. People in chat, what are you thinking right now? Are we okay? No, nobody's okay. That's all right. Let's go ahead and move on. We're getting started. Oh, here's week one. Can everybody see that? We have to wait for the transition. I'm looking at I'm running Twitch on my phone so I can see what's happening on our stream. But there is a 10-second delay, so I don't know if what I'm doing works for it's working. Okay, wow. Let's cross our fingers here. All right. So this is week one. Let's talk about it real quick. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. Did either one of you actually design or not? Did you design how the season works?
It's been this structure for quite some time. And we've enjoyed it, so
we like it. So we're gonna We're going to keep it going. So I think there's a few things to notice here. One, we've got a tower branch that's an Electrum branch in general. So if any branches that use Electrum, including a Dracul Pylon and a Crystal Howitzer, you're going to be getting a whole new branch for that on its own. And of course, any of the other flak towers that use Electrum as well. Other things, you'll see a slight price increase across the board. There's a reason for that. We're introducing something... introduce myself. No, that's okay. So we're going to be introducing another thing, a new type of branch in week 3, and we'll see that pretty soon. But yeah, all the things you're seeing right now. So we've got Marav, Luzak, our legendary dragons down here, Calavore and Sepulla, Sepulla are going to be our mythic dragons. You can see them at the top. Let's go ahead and move on to week 3. All right, so we've got this branch. You'll see it popped up there at the bottom called the Resurrection Branch. This is something new that, I'm going to be honest, I came up with. But the whole team came up with, but I named it, so that's fun. The Resurrection Branch is... what's with the elevator music? Grumpy, can you just not be grumpy? Can you just be like optimistic, Big Bird? All right? You're interrupting the entire stream. Everybody hates you. I'm just kidding, Grumpy. Okay, the Resurrection Branch, what is that? So, the Resurrection Branch... I'm just going to keep saying Resurrection Branch and making everybody guess. So, the first 2 seasons of War Dragons had a bunch of really cool dragons. And a lot of new players, at least who have been here for the past 2 or 3 years, didn't get a chance to actually get those dragons. So, tomorrow in the app, in the game, you're going to see a survey that's going to let you all elect one dragon from those first 2 seasons to resurrect. And that dragon will get its own branch in week 3. So I don't even know who the dragons are in the first season. Do you all know? Do you guys know?
Goodness, I think that was before my time.
Before my time, yes.
So how does this branch work? It's just going to be like that dragon up towards like the tier when it was good, or are we extending it? Is it getting a longer, more levels, or how's that working?
So the way it'll work is that you will be able to, I guess, get that dragon up to Eldritch tier, and then the next season you'll be able to get it to Verdant tier. I don't really know how it works. It's something that we just implemented because we thought it would be fun. Also, if you haven't read our Collect Wide Initiative post on the forums, it's something you should read, which will give you an idea of why we're trying to bring back dragons. So it'll be from one of the first 2 seasons. I think it's a whole branch. It'll be pretty exciting. It'll work just like one of the branches from the last season. Nope. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna have a new Resurrection Dragon, and then we'll release more how that branch works a little bit later. It's one we just decided to put it in, so I don't know too much about it right now. Just so everybody's aware, how many? Do you remember the keys? The legendaries are 6 keys, and I think the mythics are 19 keys this season, but you'll have more chances to earn keys, so that should be okay. So yeah, we're bringing back old dragons. If you didn't get a chance to get them, you'll have a chance now. Let's move on to week 6. All right, lots going on here. The Resurrection Dragon's still there. The Wave 2 Dragon will get the boost. The Wave 2 Rider will get the boost. The Mission Boost and Tower Branch will still be there. All of you, I think you know the Wave 2 Rider already. It's Amalia, who we call the Midnight Dancer. Congrats to whoever figured that out in the hints thread. I'm very excited for the Amalia Rider because she's got such a cool portrait. I didn't put portraits in here. So anyways, if you're going to the forums, you'll see the portraits that are in each line. Okay, let's keep moving. What else do we have here? Anything interesting? Nope. Okay. All right, so first we're going to talk about Marav. All right? Here we go. So right now we're looking at the Marav screen. Who actually commissioned Marav? Whose responsibility was this?
So how all the dragons are made is the artists and designers and anybody who's particularly interested, we come up with the idea for a season. So in the case with this fall, clearly inspired by Day of the Dead. And then with that overhead label, we're like, okay, what does a dragon in Day of the Dead look like? And that's just a bunch of ideas up on a whiteboard, or metaphorical whiteboard currently. But what is a cool one-line concept for a dragon? So the idea of Ghost Bride, or some sort of, in this case, very spectral ghost white rag spookiness dragon, and we added the candles because we thought those were super pretty.
Oh, I love the candles.
That's how this one would come to be, or a lot of the others. Is just like, what do we think would look good, or what sounds cool, and then if it's a convincing one-liner, then we put it to concept. Where case one of our concept artists gets a request for, could you please draw a Ghost Bride dragon? And they're like, sure. And then they fiddle around with it for a while, and then we get something that looks like this, which is fabulous.
Nice. I mean, I love. This is my favorite dragon I've seen. I posted a small video of it flying. RDM, did you help design this?
As far as the look of the dragon or the spells of the dragon?
The spells, which we'll get into, but you're responsible for designing the spells this season, isn't that right?
That's correct.
Is this your first season?
Yes, it is.
Whoa! Hold on, I gotta freak out a little bit. Holy cow, it's his first season. Everybody, you have to be nice. If I see any RDM shaming in the chat, bans everywhere. I'm getting it out.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, you don't have to call him a virgin. Okay, he got that enough in high school. Let's leave him alone. Just kidding. I don't know what you were like in high school. But let's. It's his first season, so let's keep it real. All right, so you didn't design the look, but when you first saw this and you were like, "This is going to be the look of my first creation," how did you feel about that?
I'm super pumped. The art for the season is phenomenal. Everyone in chat and on the forums agrees. Like, it's so great. And so I tried really hard to make these dragons play as fun and as cool as they look, so that you don't get the dragon and then you're bummed that it sucks.
That is the worst.
That would be the worst possible thing I could do. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's been an honor to do this season with a lot of help from Lawson, and these dragons look super great, so can't wait to show you guys some more.
I can't shut up about this season.
It's so good.
We knew we were doing this before last Halloween, and I've been here for like over a year. We're like, this is the season. I want to see this season. So here we are. I'm super excited.
Awesome. So I'm looking at chat. So some questions came in through chat. What is the portrait for this dragon? It's a spirit guide. I think you'll see that. I don't know if it's in the forums yet, but the creators faction has access to it. Well done, RDM. The dragons are stunning. RDM did not design the art of the dragon, but he can take credit for it since we don't have artists on the stream. What else do we have going on here? Chat, will you let us know if RDM makes you get a dragon that ends up sucking, what kind of tortures you would subject him to if you had the chance? That's the first poll we have. So how would you, if you had the chance, how would you torture RDM for his bad dragons? But if they're good dragons, what would you reward him with? And let's be clean. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's look at Marav's spells. Okay. Well, Marav is a legendary dragon, 50% off, first 2 weeks of the season. It's a fire invoker, which is dope. And here are the spells.
Discount invoker?
What's that? Yes, I believe it is.
That's awesome.
All right, so here we are looking at the spell screen. So, RDM, when you were designing Marav, what did you want to put on display? What kind of gameplay did you want the user to have?
Mainly, my goal was to play up the aspect of the ghostliness. Like, Marav is obviously a really awesome looking ghost skeleton dragon, so I wanted a lot of these abilities to play into the fact that she's kind of spectral or ghostly, so she has abilities that like allow things to pass through her. She has abilities that let her dodge things. She has resistances because she's not physical, so obviously things that try to shoot her would do less damage because she's only got a little bit of bone and she's mostly ghost wisp. But also we wanted to play up her lore aspect, which is that she symbolizes remembrance with her candles and her marigold. So a lot of her abilities are also trying to push that aspect that she is a celebratory dragon for the remembrance of passed on souls.
That's a lot of information.
Yeah, maybe too much thinking.
No, just enough thinking.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love... go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say we can get into the spells if you want, or.
All right, chat. Do we want to get into spells? We have to wait 10 seconds for an answer. I'm pretty sure we do. I loved. So actually, you invited me to help name the spells, which I was super pumped about because I'd never actually seen this sort of design of a dragon done before. So it was really interesting. So not only do we take into account sort of the tone, but also we tried to have the spells reflect what's happening, which I thought was super cool. So let's get into the spells. Let's talk about how each of these can be used to their best ability.
Cool. So the invoke ability for Marav, Invoke Remembrance, is the automatically invoked attack on your 4th ammo shot, as you guys probably know by now. And what it does is it is kind of like a fireball spell. It's a large AoE attack that does 400% of the dragon's modified attack power. And it has a really cool fire effect to kind of go along with the candle theme. It's very powerful and it's very big. So the best way to use this is to kind of get down those high priority targets. There's a little bit of synergy in the kit so that you can try to cast it twice quickly if you need to. But also, if we take a look at Ghostly Barrage, she has some follow-up AoE to target anything that survives your Invoke Remembrance. Ghostly Barrage is a red 1 rage spell that, as you can see, shoots 10 shots at 5 randomly selected targets, which means the less targets you have left, the more damage it's going to do to each of them. So if you can do a good job getting rid of those high priority things with your normal ammo and your Invoker shot, you can get rid of stragglers with Ghostly Barrage. And then for her main defensive ability, we have Disembody here, which is a 1 rage blue spell that allows her to dodge all incoming projectiles for 3 seconds. It also reloads her clip. So this means that you can fire your Invoke shot, Invoke Remembrance, and then if you use Disembody immediately, instead of having to wait for the reload, you can immediately begin shooting again. So you can get a lot of burst, but then you have to wait for the reload after that. And you're also out of a defensive ability, so you got to be careful. And then, yeah.
See a lot of questions in the chat. How does Spectral Resist work?
Let's do it.
Spectral Resist. Okay, so Spectral Resist is a 50% resistance to physical towers. And this includes flak towers. So this is flak, ballista, archer, cannon. I'm probably going to forget one. Trebuchet. And so passively, she has a 50% resistance to all those to play up her spookiness. But you can toggle it off to get a heal. It has kind of a long cooldown, so you have to be careful when you toggle it off so that you don't end up facing the next island without any of your defenses ready. And then you can toggle it back on again, and you'll also receive a good heal.
Who does this remind you of, Lawson, of the dragons that you've created before?
Oh, goodness. What I've honestly liked about all the invokers we've done is they've all felt very unique. And even like a number of them use this dodge combined with ammo mechanic ability because it's just so good with them. But every invoker we have like feels unique and plays differently. To some extent, I'd say Shogoth, just because the dragon has a very large AoE on its invoke shot, and that's kind of what separates them, is they're more sorcerery if they have large explosive spells, and they're more huntery if their invoke shot is more like a small AoE or a single target. And particularly with the Invoke Remembrance and then another follow-up AoE, I'd say Shogoth, but still, this Marav is still very unique and different. And particularly, I really like this resist, trying something new with how resistances work and giving them up temporarily for another advantage is really cool.
Okay, so we're all pretty excited. I think, again, like I said, Marav is my favorite, and I have a mustache now, so it's important what I say, because people with mustaches have the power in the world. I think we all know that's true, and I don't think anybody would disagree with me. So, anyway, I think, Lawson, you can actually grow a mustache naturally. That's pretty awesome. I can't. I've got a baby face. I eat smashed peas. Okay. Yeah, I am super pumped for Marav. It's going to be the first dragon that I get, which I think, hopefully. And I just think that this season looks amazing, and Marav is like one of the first dragons you get is so great. Actually, I think Marav should have been a mythic because it looks so dope, in my opinion. Also, do you know, I don't know if either of you know this, but I'm going to ask, in the initial flying animation for Marav, the candles are not lit. Were we able to get them lit?
Ooh, I'm actually not sure on that one. I'll look into it, and if they're not lit, they will be lit.
You better look into it, Pilgrim.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's right.
Every time I look away from you, Galileo, a different filter. Tripping out of it. One concern for the lighting the candles in game is that there's a lot of tiny particle effects, and from a performance perspective, we try to minimize the amount of projectiles that are constantly on screen for some people who are on older devices that can cause a lot of problems for them. So the fact that the dragon has like 30 candles on it means every second of battle you're having to track 30 particle emitters, and that's a lot. It's something we haven't done before. It might be possible. I'd be really interested to see if we could do it without causing problems for people, but if not, then I would expect that would be why.
Well, there's not enough room in this town for too many particle emitters. Let's move on to the next dragon. Yeah, that's that's what I work on in my free time, is that accent. So let's move on. Okay, we've got Luzok. Whoa! Luzok is dope too. Luzok is like Miami 1985. Like if this dragon were to go to Miami and, you know, be in 1985, he watches Miami Vice, this is the dragon for all of our synthwave fans. I'm one of those. I love Luzok. So what do you all think? Let's hear some thoughts, some hot takes.
Me first?
Hot
I
takes.
think this dragon looks so rad. Hot take, coolest dragon. I know a lot of people are huge fans of Marav, but I'm a big Luzak fan myself.
Okay. We might have to get in a fight in the break room once we're back in the office in 3 years. I'm going to remember this conversation.
Oh, no.
I sent a message to Arlena pointing out that we had made another colorful pink-purple dragon. She was quite excited. So,
is Arlena one of those other community managers that preceded me?
yes.
You know that I get jealous. Why do you do it?
The chat remembers.
All right, chat. You forget everything.
Arlena loved pink dragons, and we haven't had one in a while. So, first time I saw this image right here, it's like, oh, I know who will like that.
Was your first thought Galileo?
No, I'm sorry.
If I could flip my keyboard, I just don't know if I could put things back together again. I'm like all the king's horses and all the king's men. Also, why would you send horses to fix an egg? They don't have thumbs. That's a dumb nursery rhyme. Sorry, I'm in a bad mood now. Thank you. Okay, so we've got Luzok. I think Luzok is dope. Also, I think Luzok and I have very similar tattoos. So I'm actually a big fan of that. He reminds me of myself. But I'm probably a little bit more fit. Don't want to brag. Let's keep moving. Alright, so Luzok is a legendary ice warrior. I still don't know the icons. An ice warrior. That's great. Let's move on. Alright, now we're at the spell kit. So let's go through the same thing that we did last time. RDM, tell us what your brain was doing here.
Alright, brain time.
Brain time.
For Luzok, I wanted to pool on the celebratory part of the Festival of Souls that takes place in War Dragons. So Luzok is all about the celebrations, kind of like the fireworks, if you would, the cheering crowds, the fun, the remembrance. Not so much the remembrance as the sad remembrance, but the remembrance of, you know, the good times. A celebration of life and death as equals.
Nice.
And so in a lot of his abilities, you will hear upbeat sounds if you play with sound on. There's like very, very colorful VFX that take place for a lot of his moves. And so, yeah, he's a nonstop party dragon.
He never quits. Oh my god, there was a huge fly in my room and I thought it was a rat. That's how big the fly was. Anyway, okay, I think one of the things that's kind of confusing about this dragon is Festival of Souls. Why don't we start there?
Sure. Okay, so Festival of Souls is a two-part spell. It's blue, but it requires no rage to cast either of the two parts. So how it works is the first time you tap Festival of Souls, your dragon will heal, or Luzok will heal for 12% of its HP. Missing HP, if it has full HP, it's not going to heal. And then 2 seconds after that heal, or that heal will last for 2 seconds, the duration of the heal. And then it goes on cooldown for 1 second, and it will switch to being Night of Farewells, which also costs no rage. You tap it, and then you will gain 2 rage over a duration of 2 seconds, and then it will go on cooldown before it switches back again. So this is kind of similar to adaptive resist spells, where you kind of tap it to get your stuff back, but the goal here was for each tap to be more meaningful, so that you weren't spamming tapping at all times, and to reduce the amount of taps necessary, because I feel like that is a better way to enhance the power of this spell, and reduce the fatigue on the player while they're flying it. So it's about 3 to 4 seconds between each tap, but the healing and the rage that it regenerates are really impactful, and fuel it so that it can keep doing all of its damage.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Blown away. So what kind of dragon do you suspect Luzak will be? Will he be somebody who can take out a whole base by himself? Will he be a good teamwork dragon?
Luzak is incredibly powerful if you can keep the fun going. So as long as you don't get blocked by blue mages and you can keep Festival of Souls going, you can also keep his Chromatic Breath buff going, because it also doesn't have a cooldown, but it has a very short duration. And that allows him to burn through towers a lot quicker. Mm-hmm. And then he has Vivid Bolt to help you take out those blue towers that would stop the party. And then for his defense spell, which is also blue, so you really want to get rid of those blue towers, he can slow himself down, which gives him some extra time to use Festival of Souls if he needs to. And it dodges non-beam attacks. You got to watch out for those pylons and those lightning towers and those storm towers. But yeah, so fully offensive, has to have really good control over the enemy base. It will require a smart flyer who can properly prioritize, or else you can get stopped in your tracks pretty quick by some blue towers.
Nice. So you're saying if you're a player and you're flying, mm-hmm. and you're like, these blue towers are killing me, that's what you need to watch out. Like if your Luzak is dying, that's the tower you need to go for. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would prioritize blue, and then second, I would probably go for Ice or Dark Flax to make sure you don't get stunned, because that can also be pretty deadly on Luzak. But basically, yeah.
Question in chat, what tower does Vivid Bolt prioritize first?
It first prioritizes blue mage towers and then red mage towers. So it should be really helping you out. Mm-hmm. But it's costly. It costs 2 rage, so.
Okay, Lawson, you had a chance to fly this, to fly Luzak and all the rest of the dragons. How did Luzak fly, in your opinion?
As RDM said, this dragon was super aggressive. You're mostly worrying about casting your offensive spells. Flash is really good in a pinch when trying not to die, but the dragon has a lot of healing. So you keeping the party going is really important. The rage from Festival of Souls was really useful because it either allows you to cast 2 casts of Chromatic Breath to give you the 6 seconds of the bonus damage, or 1 free cast of the Vivid Bolt. So you're almost always cycling Festival of Souls and then casting 1 or 2 of those offensive spells, and you're really only using Flash to avoid particularly problematic towers. The biggest one for me was Crystal Howitzers, just because they're so long range, mm-hmm. and it's really hard to use your breath attack to kill mm-hmm. howitzers. So any sort of flak towers you can generally out-heal, but Crystal Howitzers were super dangerous. And then a couple islands where they're like mono beam towers are also really challenging. And at that point, you really want to consider bringing a consumable spell, like a freeze or something, because Flash is not going to save you from 4 lightning towers and a pylon. So if you find yourself getting attacked by Luzak a lot, I would definitely consider moving your beam island to maybe the front of your base, or making a beam island if you don't have one.
We should definitely have. All right, idea for your stream later. We should have a base building live stream. We're gonna do it. I think so. Because I don't know how to build a base. I just have a bunch of flak towers. I have a crystal howitzer. All of my perches are max level. I'm just kidding. I wish they were. There's no raffle, everybody. Chill out. Chill out and chat. I don't know why it's there. It's a ghost from one of the former community managers who used to run this stream for this game, War Dragons. Leave it alone. If you want a raffle, I'll say your name. Or maybe I'll get it set up next week, but just calm down. Okay. Thanks, chat. I know you're getting excited about raffles, but sometimes you don't get free stuff, okay? All right? You should know from the forums that we never give you things for free. You know War Dragons. Okay. We're going to the next dragon. Here we go. I'm excited to see what it is. Which one is it? Do I know? Oh, I do. Okay. Calavore! Okay. So, interestingly enough, I don't think that Calavore... Oh, you can see my mouse on the screen. I don't think that Calavore is... he kind of looks a little different than the other dragons, which seem to be like nighttime... Like nighttime dragons. You know what I mean?
Are you familiar with Sugar Skulls?
I am familiar with Sugar Skulls. I just think the thing that's throwing me off is the daytime.
Oh.
You know, like, he's out during the day. He also looks kind of small.
Yeah, everyone turn your monitor brightness down all the way, and then...
Time dragon.
All right, so Calavore, now remind me, you don't submit. Lawson, we talked about this last week. RDM, you weren't here, but the idea is that sometimes we design the dragons from the spec, from the param standpoint, and then the art happens. Did what happened first here? Was Calavore the art done first, or were the spells done first?
The art came first for this one. Beautifully inspired. I love the patterns. I found it pretty easy to design things for this dragon. I was really lucky to have this beautiful art to use as inspiration, I would say. So, yeah, I heavily pulled upon that when I was designing these things.
I'd love to hear sort of both of your experience. Lawson and I talked about this last week, but now that we have two designers that sort of, somebody who's new to designing dragons, somebody's designed most of the dragons. Lawson told, Lawson, you can speak for yourself, but would you prefer to have the art first, or would you rather design the dragon and then have the art team design it? I guess both of you. What do you think?
Do you want to go first, Lawson?
Oh, sure. I like having the art first. I pull a lot of inspiration from visuals, and I also like using the visuals as a guide for how I think the dragon should play and making sure that the gameplay matches the looks. And that also helps, like, naming your spells is really easier when you have the dragon as a visual reference. It may be a particular element of its culture or the type of dragon it is aesthetically. But if I'm designing spells without art, that's much harder to do.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would say that when we're working with art to come up with the themes, we have a rough idea of kind of what we want the dragons to look like, or more thematically what we want them to be pulled off of, like an idea board. But I could never in my head imagine anything this cool looking. So having the art team finish and deliver this to me is way more inspiring than anything I could be thinking that the dragon would look like in my head while I was making all the spells.
I think Calavore looks pretty dope. Also, killer apps. I mean, Calavore must be the sit-up champion of, like, Chihuahua, which is a city in Mexico. I love this. Okay, let's go ahead and move. Let's go ahead and move on here. All right, he's a dark hunter. Just gonna snap those off. And he's one of our first mythic. He is our first mythic dragon. I can't speak. Our first mythic dragon of the season. All right, let's get the spells. Same old story, same old song and dance. Let's go, RDM. What are you thinking?
All right, so Calavore. He is more this season's Dragon of Death. Much like in Western culture, we have like Grim Reapers, stuff like that. This is the spin for this guy. He has spells that are supposed to kind of play on the afterlife, And so, yeah, pretty simple and concise design with that one. So let's get into the spells.
Let's do it. They have the coolest names, by the way. Sin Eater.
Yeah.
Dirge. That just sounds. He's on brand.
I wonder if Galileo had a hand in coming up with some of these names.
Oh, I mean, it would make sense. They're brilliant.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, so thank you for your help on these names. They're really good. Much appreciated. So for Calavore, I was getting a lot of feedback when I was reading on the forums and when I was discussing with players that players really like high skill Mythic Hunters. They like a Mythic Hunter that takes only the best and the baddest flyers can handle. Things like Morak come to mind when players talk to me about this. So the idea here with Calavore is a high skill, precision based hunter. So he's got a lot of short cooldown, short duration abilities that require you to use precise timing to be able to survive. And if you are that badass of a flyer, then you will see a lot of success.
Right,
so
PG-13, everybody. If you're 13 years old, you shouldn't be playing anyway. But we just had our first ass dropped on stream, so let's just be real careful about listening to this around your parents. Okay, thanks, RDM. I'm going to have to...
that's it for me, guys. It was nice knowing you all. Wow. I hope you like the dragons. I'm going to jail.
Fired. Okay, anyways, let's keep going.
All right. So yeah, you get rage when you destroy a tower. You also get a little bit of health. So there's no other direct healing on this dragon. So if you are not destroying towers, you are not going to survive. He has Dirge, which is a single target kind of surgical tower removal spell here. It has a small little radius on it. So if you're incredibly good, you can hit 2 towers with it and take out 2 threats at once. Crossover is the main defensive spell. It only costs 1 rage, but has no cooldown, and it cloaks you for 1.5 seconds and refills your ammo. So the main bulk of this dragon here comes in Burial Rites, which is a 2-part spell. The first and the juiciest is Eulogy, which gives you a 2% or 200%, not 2%, that wouldn't be very juicy, a 200% increase to breath damage for 3 seconds. And so you want to try to combo this with your use of Crossover to refill your ammo so that you can shoot down as many towers as possible during the short duration that you have on Burial Rites or on Eulogy. And then after the 3-second duration, it switches to an AoE freeze called Wake that is a 3.5 second freeze that deals 10% of the dragon's HP. So the main way to fly this dragon, and there are experts out there who can do this better than I can, is to use Dirge to remove the highest threat towers with a very precise tapping, and then you're going to use Eulogy, burn down remaining towers, cross over to dodge something while refilling your ammo, getting your rage back from all the stuff you're totally destroying and healing off of, and then use Wake for CC after you've gotten rid of red. Yeah.
All right, Lawson, how'd it fly?
I saw some questions in chat. Dirge is a notably longer cooldown than other Death Gaze style spells. Why is that?
This dragon has runes that will reduce the duration or the cooldown on Dirge, which have not been released. I believe they will be released on the blog post, so you guys can see that. But also, this dragon has a lot of powerful offense, and so Dirge is not meant to be the main offensive skill of this dragon. It has Eulogy and it has Crossover's ammo regeneration. So you are required to play expertly to kill things rather than using Dirge too frequently to get rid of those dragons.
I love this idea that you keep bringing up how good of a flyer you have to be to use a dragon. I think a lot of the times, I don't think this gets talked about enough. In most games, you're like, okay, well, this person's really excellent this game, this person's excellent this game. But really skilled flyers, I think, are something that we need to celebrate more in War Dragons in the community. So I actually think that I just brought a bunch of skilled flyers into the GPF, and I know there's skilled flyers out there. Just so everybody in the audience knows, one of the content types I'm going to start creating are like greatest hits videos. Like over a week, I'm like, okay, send me your greatest flight, and we'll start making little like ESPN. I don't know. Do people watch sports? Is this a sports crowd? I think I tried to make a Chicago Bulls joke last time, and nobody laughed at all. And so, anyways, I don't know. We're gonna do a greatest hits every week, and try to get some cool shots of people flying dragons expertly. And so what you're saying is Calavore is one of those dragons that would require you to be an excellent flyer. So he's not a set it and forget it dragon. He's not like a Krelos, which, by the way, I'm a big Krelos stan, so I love setting it and forgetting it. So Calavore is one of those. If you can use Calavore well, you're an excellent player. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would go as far as to say if you can use Calavore well, you're an excellent player. I feel like you should be able to take on any base with Calavore if you can fly it perfectly. And that is going to be a really cool feeling. And I do also want to see videos of people flying Calavore to take on bases and some really awesome gameplay. I'd love to see it.
I would love to know who the best flyers in the game are. Grumpy Big Bird said that while you were talking, RDM, or Lawson, that Calavore is lethal. And then he said, just saying, which means you know it's serious. So Grumpy Big Bird is in the GPF. They are flying / feedback faction, player faction, in case you don't know. And we just brought in some great flyers, so look for videos from Justin and some of our other NDA breach. I'm sorry, Grumpy. People know already. It's not NDA. That's part of our disclosure. That's the agreement. So anyways, Grumpy Big Bird has played Calavore already, loves the dragon, and you can tell by Grumpy's name that normally not good things come out of Grumpy. Just kidding, Grumpy. We love you. And Lawson, you've played with Calavore, right? And you think he's great?
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, what reminded me of Calavore the most was Coolacid last Halloween. Notably less broken than a dragon that has a no-cost, no-cooldown cloak. But the fact that you're multi-tapping the screen, hitting 2 or 3 towers at once, you can cloak to dodge something like a Mage Tower Super Shot or a Crystal Howitzer, get some ammo back, using that alongside Eulogy. Like, in those 3 seconds, you can destroy a lot of towers. And it's about very carefully managing all your abilities, not overcloaking so you don't run out of rage and then you get caught in a really bad spot. But I really enjoyed learning this dragon, and I saw like a notable amount of progress like the first 20 times I flew it. Like each time you learn something, and by the end I was really enjoying it.
Nice. All right, let's get ready. We didn't actually set an end time for this, so do you guys want to do an infinity stream where we just talk forever?
Yeah, definitely.
We just loop the audio and hope they don't notice.
I think, in the Truman Show, the movie The Truman Show, where they're just like, they leave Truman on when they go to sleep to feel comfort. I imagine that's what people are going to do for us. They're going to be like, we just want to hear their dulcet tones. I think we're all in the same range of talking. We're probably all in the same octave. Yeah. If we've got any musicians in the chat, let us know if we're in the same octave or not.
I thought you wrote the background music.
Yeah, but I just want chat to feel special.
Okay.
I want them to answer. League chat is missing. We're fixing League chat. We're fixing. There's also some Alliance chat issues. If you have any trouble with your League chat, make sure to submit those tickets. Okay, let's go to the next dragon. Our final dragon of the first wave, Sepulla. Sepulla? I can't say it.
Sepulla,
and the logo's down here. You can't see it. All right, Sepulla. Let's talk about him. What's going on here?
Be still my beating heart.
You love it.
I think this dragon's gorgeous.
All right, what do you like about it? Let's hear it.
I really like the colors. The wing design is something we haven't seen before, where it's like elemental and not a physical part of the dragon. And I really like the purple, orange, yellow dichotomy as well. Is really just everything about this dragon I'm about.
So you would take this dragon out to Olive Garden, get unlimited breadsticks, and that would be a date.
Yes.
You didn't have to agree so quick to Olive Garden. All right, RDM, where would you take Sepulla for a date?
Orange, like orange, gold, and violet or purple is my favorite color scheme. So I am also a really big fan of the look of this dragon. I'm not so sure. I'd have to get to know him a little better. You know,
We
might
gotta
not
talk
have the
a little
best
bit.
personality. He looks a little full of himself the way he's flexing like that.
He
so
is
I don't know if
flexing,
he's my
yeah.
type.
But in my
Yeah.
head, that's like a
He or
sign of
she.
protection. Like, I know that if we're walking down the street and I get accosted, which happens to me all the time out in the street, that Sepulla would be able to wrap its colorful wings around me and protect me.
That's true.
Right?
Possibly. Yeah. Or, you know, I don't know. You never know with these mythic types.
Okay, so let's say you've been talking on Bumble for long enough, and Sepulla wants you, or Tinder, and Sepulla wants you to take it out for dinner. Where are you going? Are you making picnic, or are you going to? Well, you got to do better than Olive Garden. Sorry, Lawson.
Well, I don't know. In this climate, I don't know if I would really want to go out anywhere. That seems pretty dangerous. Maybe we could
Okay.
order in some sushi. You know?
You think
Watch some
Sepulla wants
TV?
sushi?
Well, why not?
No, okay, you're right.
If she does, if it doesn't want sushi, then I don't want to date it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Wow. All right, that gauntlet is thrown down.
Yeah, that's my final answer.
I actually would also take Sepulla to Olive Garden, so I don't know why I'm giving you such a hard time. They've got unlimited breadsticks. Hard to beat. And they've got never-ending pasta bowls. Olive Garden, thank you for my... Olive Garden is sponsoring this, and I'm getting some free... coupons. Okay, that's enough. I love this dragon too. It's my second favorite dragon of the bunch. I don't think you can beat Marav personally, but I'm also a big fan of the purple, yellow, orange color scheme. It's all over my arm. I have it everywhere. So I love it as well. I'm excited to use this, and I'm excited that it's a mythic. It's also a mythic earth. What is that? Sorcerer? Earth sorcerer dragon.
Yeah.
And let's see the spell kit. Show me spell kit. All right, what do we got here?
Heck yeah.
Rest in peace. All of these spells sound like death metal songs. Oh, deathly shriek. Is that metal? I'm guys. I listen to like 90s hip hop, so that's not my thing. But this is exactly what I think. Let's hear about these spells. Lawson, I know you hate these jokes. I can see you. So.
All right. So, Sepulla
Sepulla.
is a dragon that relies primarily on its passive, Rest in Peace, which is a warrior dragon that it automatically summons at the start of battle. And that dragon will absorb 90% of the damage for Sepulla during your flight. So the main goal here is to protect that summon and keep it alive as long as possible because it is your main source of damage. You'll notice that all of the other spells that we have here don't do any damage. They mostly increase the damage that's taken on all the towers. This means that Sepulla has two benefits in that you can either try to run somebody down yourself with your cool mythic dragon, or if you're doing very hard content, like maybe dungeons or something, this dragon makes a really great lead dragon as it can go through and it can pretty much very, very, very weaken the rest of all the towers for its follow-up Sepulla that comes after it to easily handle them all. So yeah, Deathly Shriek here, it freezes all the towers in range for 2 seconds. They take 75% additional damage from all sources after being frozen. Ashes to Ashes is a spell similar to Crumble to Dust, or I believe Guild.
Yep.
Awesome. Affected towers deal 50% reduced damage and take 25% increased damage. It has a small radius, so you won't be hitting like whole islands with this. And then if you cast Ashes to Ashes a second time on any tower that is affected by it already, it will instantly destroy them. And then finally, it has a 0-cost hunter mark called Marigold Mark. And then that restores 1 rage to you, but it costs nothing to spend. And you're going to want to frequently put those up on all the towers to keep your rage going, so you can keep protecting your passive.
Okay. Lawson, thoughts?
I really liked this dragon. Mostly, the premise is that it's a sorcerer with a flamethrower, and that you have all the fun spellcasting responsibilities and gameplay of a sorcerer, but you don't have that disgusting breath attack, and you can actually kill towers. So
shots fired.
I really liked how this dragon plays. You have the summon will like melt towers very quickly, and you're pretty much on like following yourself or playing back up to yourself, which I really enjoyed. Notably, the dragon has like a lot of different power spikes than we're used to, and that if you can kill the summon, then the dragon is still alive and it can still cast its spells. It can still freeze things. You can maybe destroy a couple towers with ashes to ashes, but it has this abnormally high life total in that it has 2 times a normal dragon's health, but it can't heal. So you have like that particularly powerful start and a very finite lifespan that you need to try and extend as long as possible.
Now, when you flew it, did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Would you tell me if you didn't enjoy it right in front of RDM?
Yes. I saw a comment in chat earlier. Is like we were talking about how we really like these high-skilled dragons, and there is a definite conceit that not everybody wants to solve math problems every time they want to fly a dragon. So there still need to be dragons that are powerful for players who don't want to be super engaged at every waking moment of the game. And I think Sepulla does a really great job of not being as high skill ceiling as Calavore, but still has that power, is much more relaxed, and is a very different playstyle from a lot of other dragons we have. And I'm mostly excited that this is a dragon we haven't seen before with the gameplay style that we haven't seen before. Hopefully everybody likes it, because then it might mean that's a new space we can explore with these, like, powerful summons that can die. I know we first tried this with you'll have to forgive me, RDM. I can't remember the name of the cool hunter from tier 17 or 16.
Mordred.
No.
Yeah, Mordred had the Blade Wall, which was like a summon that did something while it was alive and eventually died, and I thought that was really neat. And we're kind of seeing a similar type of gameplay here. And I'm mostly excited whenever something new that we haven't seen before is coming to the game. So
nice. Okay. I love this idea of now we're actually developing dragons that require good flying skill and knowledge of the game to be able to compete. I think sometimes I know that I see in the community a lot of people are like, this dragon, doesn't work. I can't do this dragon. And sometimes you're like, that dragon requires you to really understand its skill set. And so I love this idea that we're like, okay, this is a high skill dragon, and you can start to separate yourself from other players, or maybe you become like some like the although I saw in chat it might be pronounced Sepulla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sepulla.
Huh?
When naming the Lacrima and I had an at-length discussion about like, hey, I see this name. This is Sepulla, right?
Yeah.
And like grammatically correct in Spanish, yes, that is how you would pronounce the dragon. But War Dragons in the World of Atlas is not in Spain and does not necessarily obey their grammatical rules. And we liked how Sepulla sounded, and also trying to be a little considerate towards audiences that aren't familiar with the Latin American pronunciation of characters. So it reads how it is spelled.
That's good tap dancing, Lawson. That was a good job. That was well done. Everybody saw that tap dance? That was straight out of Chicago. That's a musical, in case people don't know. Because I didn't mean the city. All right, so it could be Sepulla if you're a Spanish speaker from the European continent. It could be Sepulla if you're from Atlas and you just want to say the double L's, or it could be Sepulla if you're Latin American, English or Spanish speaker. So did we talk about all the things already?
I think we covered this dragon. Yeah.
We're done? Okay, we've got very few things left to discuss. Let's move on. We're about to end this stream. We're going to be ending in about 5-10 minutes. Everybody in chat, start to prepare your questions. We're not going to have very long to answer them, because I've got to let these folks get back to work. In case you showed up late, with me, Galileo, community manager, is RDM, and Lawson, both dragon designers. You probably have real titles. That's probably not it, but that's what they need to know.
Hey, Dragon is cool.
They design dragons. That's so cool.
That's what I tell people. Like, oh, what do you do? He's like, oh, I make dragons for a living.
That's kind of awesome, right?
Yeah, right?
I said this the other day in the company chat, but like sometimes I'll like have a tough day at work, which was never really tough because I love this job. But like people are like, what happened today? And I'm like, oh my god, there's this dragon Lockjaw, and his spell Iron Wind isn't destroying towers fast enough. It's made my day hell. And then my friend's like, oh, cool, I'm a brain surgeon. I tried to cure brain cancer today. I'm sorry your day was so hard. And I'm like, you don't get it. Lockjaw should work. Anyway, by the way, chat, that's for you. But yeah, it's cool to be able to talk about your day like that. Anyways.
Naga asked, are we getting key exchange for goodies? Yes, that will be returning in the first couple weeks of the Souldance season. I'm not sure whether what you can exchange your keys for is going to be the same as what it was last season, but the option to do that is definitely returning.
Other questions in chat. Will there be inners in the branch? So the people in this live stream did not design the actual branch, so you'll have to wait and see what's in those branches when they go live. All right, I'm about to burp and I can feel it coming, and I'm just like waiting for this to blow up in my face. It's the worst. Okay, let's go to the next screen. Oh, look at this fancy boy. All right, this is Muertok. He is our first rider, and he is in the Luzok, Marav branch?
He's in his own branch, rider branch.
Oh, right, he's not a portrait, right. He's in his own branch, and he's an offensive rider, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm, that's correct. Yep,
so, you designed Muertok as well, yes?
Yes, I did.
All right, so when you were thinking Muertok, you were like, what kind of human do I want to bring into this world?
Yeah, I think that question a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'm thinking about being a father, so...
yeah, every time I have to work on a rider, I think about being a father. So this time I decided, I want a child who has a skull for a head,
yep,
and spikes coming out of his helmet,
sure,
and magical candles. And so that's what we got here.
Some people want their children to grow up to be artists and want them to grow up to play basketball, and you were like, I want spikes to come out of this head here.
Yeah, basically.
Go find a demonic pact or two.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I think getting a haircut would be quite difficult, though. Imagine going to Great Clips and they're like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do here.
Pull out a portable sander. Just give him a try.
Yeah, that's so great. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the stats here. All right, Muertok skills. He's totally offensive. Offensive? How do you say that? Offensive. I don't know if there's anything surprising here. All HP and attack. Oh, the dope song just came on. It's getting a little loud. I'm going to turn it down real quick. Can you guys hear it? Anyway, so he is basically HP and attack ups, right? That's all that Muertok does for you.
Yeah. You're gonna have a lot of choices. You can't see the actual branch here, but there's some decision making going on between what type of dragon you want to get your buffs for as you traverse the tree. But essentially, he is a flat HP and attack buffin dragon rider.
He's a muffin buffin.
Yeah.
He's a buffin muffin.
He's a buff boy.
In the chat, Blackfire says the nickname for Muertok is Skullcrotch the Candle Merchant.
Wow.
What an insane combination of words.
He had a rough high school.
Yeah. Imagine a Scottish person saying Skullcrotch the Candle Merchant. Skullcrotch the Candle Merchant. It's fun. It's like Sean Connery. Skullcrotch the Candle Merchant. Okay, Skullcrotch the Candle Merchant. We're looking at him right now. This is Muertok. You can get his craftable rider shards, wind, fire, and ice available in the forge. I think that's the end of the stream. I think that's it, guys. I think that's the end of the presentation, at least. So we're going to try to make this switch. Okay, here we go. We're going to try to make the switch back. Is everybody ready? Hold your breath. We did it. Oh, wow. Amazing. Everybody. Elite Cinder, you might as well not show up. If you were in my class, I'd kick you out. You got here on time or not at all. Okay, just kidding, Cinder. Welcome. I think that's it, everybody. So let's go ahead and answer some questions. Just to give you guys what are you asking? Week 6 discount.
They're curious if the Wave 2 of the season is going to be discounted, and the answer to that is shrug. Not sure. We can definitely find out for that, and I'm sure that information will be on the blog. But
yeah, it will be on the blog. I'm writing the blog, so I know, but I don't know if I've actually done that part yet. Wave 6 discount. There was an extra discounted dragon last time, but I think it was 50%. I think this one's 20%. I don't know. Don't take that as gospel. You'll find out tomorrow in the blog post. Okay, let's look at chat. Everybody in chat, thank you for joining us. We're going to try to answer some questions real quick. I'm just going to get the first ones that I see. Do you guys have any plans for the Shrine Dragon? Perhaps have it level up as the user levels up. It does not add any benefit to the game when it appears. Yikes. Having the Invoker that one time was great. What do we think?
First off, you're not wrong in that the the Shrine Dragon is not a thing. It is and isn't. But we're aware that the experience with it isn't good. Changing it is both hard in that it is really old and uniquely programmed, so actually making changes to how you get it is more difficult than you'd expect. And also, if we were to change it, we would want it to be like a really good addition to the game, and that is a big task for someone like RDM or myself. It's something we'd like to do, because the dragon's lame and it doesn't do anything. So unless you're like in blue tier, so would we like to change it? Yes. We've talked a bit about what those sorts of changes would be. Also aware that the being able to try out Namaka in place of the Shrine Dragon was super cool. We would like to bring something like that back. Whether the Shrine Dragon is the best place for it, also not sure. In short, we're on the same page and we agree, and it just takes time to figure these things out.
Okay, so we're fixing it.
Yes.
Also, everybody in blue tier, he did not mean that personally. You're working your way up. It's fine. You're not lame. I was a blue tier recently, and well, I guess I'm lame. I guess I'm not a great example. Okay, people in chat are asking, what dragons are you going to be able to vote for tomorrow? Here are the dragons. From the first season, it'll be, I don't even know how to say these. Okay, I'm going to try. Leos, Avix, Kirin, Equestor. Is that a horse dragon?
Yes.
That's funny. Gladicus. And then, oh man, we've got some Gaelic names, and I'm going to mess these up. Ibrin, Fomar, Samrad, and Molag. I think that's how you say that. I've dropped those names in chat, so hopefully you guys can see that, or y'all. Abrian, Fomhar, Samrad, and Nolag. Nolag?
Or Return.
That's the resurrection. What?
I think I know who might win the vote.
Who do you think's going to win?
From that second list, I bet 4 would win. And from the first list, I honestly don't know how many people like Equestor. Anytime I see them mentioned, it's just nothing but praise, but I don't see them mentioned very often. So I think it might be a close battle between those two. So
Equestor and Fomer?
4, yes. I'm just using the community nicknames.
4, okay. All right, so Equestor 4 might be the winner. I don't know any of them, so I'm just going to pick the name I like the most, No Lag, which is what I want to see in the game.
I'm going to pick Leos just to offset any weight being put by another designer on which one wins. Vote for Leos is a vote for RDM.
Ooh, vote for Leos. Wow, we got some campaigning happening in here. Leos and RDM 2020, 4 more years. But not 4 more years, which would be a Lawson ticket. And for me, if you don't want any lag in the game, then you're on Galileo's team. So no lag 2020. Argue against that.
4 more years of Lawson. I like that. That's a good slogan.
For 4 more years. No lag. Book it. Okay, well, we've got a couple more questions here. Let's see what we got. Okay, nobody's asking questions. Everybody knows everything now. Somebody said that was, what happens if a dragon we already own wins the vote? Then I think you get to, you're able to level it up. So what I believe the way that this works, so this is a little bit a little bit confusing. But we'll be giving you different types of currency per dragon. So if you already have a dragon, the currency will allow you to level that dragon up, I believe, to the next tier. Does that sound right to you guys?
Yeah, so what we're actually doing is the dragon that wins the vote, we're going to add levels to them so that they go up to verdant tier.
Dope.
And I'm not particularly sure on the details of when the dragon was originally released, you spent evolution stones to level up that dragon. And now for this instance, this dragon is going to be using something that's not evolution stones. I don't know how that's going to be different for if you've never got that dragon versus you already own them. I think they're going to be using a new currency so that if you have any evolution stones, you'll get this new thing instead. And if you haven't ever gotten this dragon before, then that's going to be pretty straightforward.
Somebody asked, will some of the old dragon spells be modified and changed to white since red and blue spells are now irrelevant?
Ouch.
Are red and blue spells irrelevant?
There was a period where there weren't many colored spells, and honestly, that was a little unhealthy for the game because, like, makes your mage towers not do anything. Mm-hmm. And what we've been trying to do lately is make more powerful colored spells. So, like, if you can play around the color restriction and deal with the mage tower, then you get something really strong. For in this case, we are going to see how the dragon that wins the vote performs without any changes, and they may need to be buffed. But again, not sure. We would really like to see how both the vote and the what phrase did you use, Gallo? The resurrection process works. So yeah, we are learning as you are.
We're trying something new, so we don't actually know how it's going to work yet. I know everybody in chat loves hearing that. Okay, I think let's go ahead and do how much time do we have left? Let's go ahead and knock this out. We got one more question. Do we get old dragon portraits from the Resurrection branch? That's not gonna be the last question. Maybe Starbreaker. I don't know. Good question though. What else do we have? Big question. All right.
That is a good question. Where can we vote?
You'll be voting in-app tomorrow. It'll pop up just like any in-game mail, hopefully. And it might be at the end of the day tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. And if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it'll be early the next day. But it'll be in the next couple of days. It'll be well before the dragon comes out. So we'll have results probably a week after the voting ends. Discount is 20%. That's right. Boost and discount mean the same thing. What else do we have? Do we get their
I saw a question about Amalia. She is going to also be an offensive rider. She's not defensive.
Oh, I thought she was
the question
offensive.
is asking. Yeah.
Well, if I said defensive ever, I was wrong. I thought she was a defensive rider. Amalia will be an offensive rider as well. Oh, Amalia's so cool. Such a cool portrait. And then what other portrait do we have? There's Spirit Guide for Luzak, and then there's the Vampirian General. But is he under a future dragon?
Yeah, Immortal General is with Luzak. Spirit Guide is with Marav. And then we have man. We have the answers on the blog post coming soon.
Oh, it's my responsibility. Okay. It sounded like you were about to be an Elvis impersonator. Okay, everybody, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and close it down for today because I'm running out of voice and I need some liquid or something. I think some people wanted to see my hair. It's just long hair. It's like RDM's except blonde, basically. That's what it looks like. Okay, I'll show it real quick. Okay, hold on.
Yes, hair reveal.
Wow. I like it.
That's what my hair looks like. It's a little squashed under hat hair, but yeah, I look like an anime character, which I get all the time.
Heck yeah.
So that's my hair. All right, everybody. That is all we've got today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for dealing. I think our stream went super well today. So I'm pretty pumped because at the beginning we had that like shake up, and I was about ready to just like split my belly open in front of an entire crowd with a knife. So that was me. That's just how I think about stuff. We'll see you later. We're gonna do some more. We're gonna do more live streams soon, especially now that I've got this set up. So thanks for joining us, and let us know if you have any feedback in the thread. Which thread? I don't know. You pick. I'll go look at it. And say goodbye. And RDM, do you want to say goodbye real quick? Any shout outs to anybody?
Goodbye real quick. Thank you so much for all the help, Lawson. Thanks for setting this up. Galileo, looks awesome. Excited to come back again. Excited to see the chat again. I have new things coming. There's also more reveals that are going to happen for 2 and 3 that we can talk about. Waves 2 and 3 of Souldance. So hope to see you guys soon.
All right, Lawson.
All right, everybody. In the chat, great seeing you. I'm really liking our side conversations. You people are nice and terrible at the same time, so I don't know how to feel. But super excited to see how RDM's dragons turn out. I need to think about which one I need to get first. I'll probably get all of them because I like this holiday way too much. But it was great seeing everybody.
I didn't like seeing any of you. Bye!